In SolidWorks 2012, the Toolbox has been re-architectured by removing the reliance on the Access database. No longer does SolidWorks have to load or read from a huge database which contains all the standard sizes and properties info for each individual toolbox item. In the case of this assembly here, we're just going to go to the asymmetric hexagon head and we'll go for a hexagon bolt. And we're just going to drag this particular bolt into our assembly. We can accept the size and we'll just drop these in. Now straight away you can see what a difference this makes to the actual insertion of all toolbox items, as the actual time it takes is virtually less than a second just to populate all these particular holes. We're just going to carry on and we're going to go with the nuts. And we'll go with the style 1 nut and we'll just drop these on. Again, we'll just accept that value and you can see again how quickly these actually just snap into place. Other advantages of this is that not only is it loaded to or quicker to actually load individual toolbox items, but it's also a lot easier to make the toolbox portable for uses maybe where you're off site or on different locations. Other things or other advantages that we get from this is by removing the database, it means that the toolbox folder structure can now be modified. So if we go to our toolbox and we'll actually go to configure, we can actually go to customize our hardware, and similar to what we had before, you can see that we've still got the ability to hide and show individual standards that are not required. But what is great, if we go to the asymmetric, and what we can do is we can just right click in here and we can create a new folder. So we're going to call this one washers and O-rings. And we can go to the individual washers that we've got and we can just actually copy this and literally just paste them directly into our new folder that we've created, which allows us a lot more flexibility to conform with any company standards that we may well have. Other advantages in here is if we go to some of the plain washers or any particular part for that, we can actually quite easily rename the parts to something that's more applicable again to our company standards. One other enhancement is that we've now structured the whole wizard so that it's actually outside of our database. So what we can do is in our whole wizard standards, again we can actually turn the ones that are not required off. But what I like about this is the ability to go into any of the particular whole wizard holes, and in this case we'll just go to screw clearances, and you can see that we can reassign any of the actual fixings for the smart fasteners. So at the moment for our screw clearances, we're going to actually insert on a smart fastener a socket head cap screw, where we can just click on the reassign and we can choose anything, whether it's a set screw, round head bolts, or etc., or any other particular types of bolt. While we're on the subject of the whole wizard, another change to the actual workflow for the whole wizard is the way that it actually adds holes. Now if you're anything like me, when you actually use the whole wizard, I generally tend to click the face first, and if we go to our whole wizard, so we're just going to go and insert our features, whole wizard, and we'll just choose a screw clearance just for M12 in this particular case, and we're just going to go to the positions. Now in the past what's happened is that it's always placed a location directly at the point where you selected the face, and all we've had to do is literally go in there and we've had to reassign it either by adding new relations or even possibly deleting it. Well, now we no longer have that particular problem, which allows us to actually maybe select that face, and what we're going to do is just straight away click on the actual locations that we want. In other words, we're going to get it right first time. Hopefully you'll see in 2012 some great enhancements to the toolbox.